for you guys to get, and I'll put it in the group and all that for everybody to be able to get it. But it'll also be on YouTube so you guys can share it or whatever. Uh, I want to thank Alonda for getting on here tonight. Alonda has been in It Works for over 5 years, 6 years now. I think she said at a Ruby level for 5 years, and then she came home last year and just floated her business, went diamond, and I mean, she is a huge diamond, and so she just went crazy, with her business. And so we want her to come on here tonight and share with you guys what she did, tell you a little bit of her story, who she is, and how she's done this business. And she's turning into a pioneer on the road, and got awesome, amazing leadership, and she just does an inspiration to everybody that she comes in contact with, and she just pours out love and affection to everybody that she meets. So Alonda, take it away, girl.
Oh my goodness, how do I follow that? Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you, and thank you, Rusty. I thought I saw him on, but I think it was you on his line. But anywho, he said he would be joining from a distance because he's traveling. I am so honored. Let me say first, thank you, thank Rusty. All honor to God. I'm going to do my very, very best to not be an emotional wreck tonight. Wow. The phone rang earlier, and I didn't catch the call. I listened to the voicemail, and I just could not believe who was on my voicemail. Then I got a text message. So I've been like running on adrenaline all day long. So as you shared, I have been with It Works for 6 years, and March 2013. So March of this year, I made my 6-year anniversary. And yes, I was an honorary diamond at Ruby for 5.5 years. Carissa, one of my sideline sisters, that was the nickname she gave me. She said, "Aren't you tired of honorary diamond? Like, when are you going to get diamond?" So March rolled around, and I told one of my downline distributors, and like you said, Robert, I do my best to shower love, shower love, shower love, shower love. So through that whole process, I have quite a following that endearingly calls me mom. And one of them, where they say Mama Tate, and one of them, I actually moved into her apartment in March. My dad was nagging me. I stayed at his house a lot as a sacrifice for my 12th grader to go to school. And he didn't understand when he saw me that I wasn't available to talk, like I'm working. So, not intentionally, but he was a distraction. And I had lost, or should I say missed diamond previously through distraction, through him. And I love my dad dearly. I'm an only child. And I made a decision. I did something really drastic. And I said, I've got to get out of here if I'm going to hit this rank. So I quote unquote moved in with one on my downline. Her name is Deshayla. And with open arms, she was like, "Mom, come on over." And I literally put my head down and just ran after diamond. Our coach, Mark, said, "Team, this is it. I can't extend it after this month. It's going away." And I just thought, like, how many times are you going to let this $10,000 escape you? How many times are you going to let what you know you're worth escape you? Like, if it kills you, you have to hit this rank this month. Robin, I sacrificed showers. I sacrificed sleep. I sometimes didn't eat. It was days, and Shay would look at me and she would say, "Mom, are you going to eat?" And I'm like, eventually. Like, I was just down working. And that was the month that I hit diamond. That was the month that I claimed it. I said, if it kills me, put it on my headstone. She was going after diamond. Like, I was serious. I wanted it. Prior to that, I was very distracted. I was a very, very strong Ruby, but very, very distracted. Through the vehicle and blessing that we know is It Works, I have been building for the last 5 or so years, not as long as It Works, because It Works is who gave me Mark, our CEO, gave me the inspiration for me to step outside of my comfort zone as a nurse and start mentoring and educating nurses independently. And it was something that he said on stage at Green Carpet. And I think it was Green Carpet 2014, if I'm not mistaken. And he said, whatever you're passionate about, do it. He said, now I'm not telling you to leave it works, but I'm telling you, what if I didn't have passion and courage? Then you guys wouldn't have it work. And I felt like he was speaking directly to me, Robin. So I started mentoring graduate nurses outside of work, traditional work. And that was a distraction for many, many years as far as team building went. And I had to have like a come to Jesus and reality check and conversation with myself that said, if you want to go diamond and you want to enter the VIP ranks, you have to focus on building this business. Like, you've poured a lot into that and you're time free now, so you have no excuse. And because of it works, I could use that line, I don't know how many times, but because of it works, May of 2016, as a very strong Ruby, I was able to resign from full-time work and work my It Works business and my other business, still distracted though, for the last 3 years. And then that's when we rolled into Green Carpet last year. In the hallway, I spoke to your husband, and I asked, I always try to have some one-on-one time with him when I can. And I asked him if he would pray for my business. And he prayed, and there was another distributor there with us, and he prayed over my business. And the power of prayer, let me tell you, I came home from Green Carpet last year. I really started ramping up volume. I prayed for a team name. At the time, I didn't have a team name. And it was laid on my heart to name the team Volume. You know, let's get these numbers. Let's service people. Let's tell them what they need instead of them telling us what they think they need. Like, let's consult them and see what health issues they're having or what financial issues they're having, and let's get this volume. So I rolled right into conference, came home from conference. You know, conference is February, and I went diamond March, the very next month. And I'm already charted for double. So
Awesome. Awesome. Well, can you elaborate a little bit on, you know, you said earlier today, when you went after people for this business, you said that you were looking for the broke people, because everyone always says don't go after the broke people because they're broke, they don't have no money. But what are you using that to build with?
For a very long time, I would become slightly discouraged when people didn't have money. You know, I would tell them, I would recommend what they needed, and I would get, I don't want upset, but not like angry, but just kind of like disappointed. Like I'm spending my time telling you what you need. Your health is important. How do you put a price on good health to get to the end and they don't have the money? And that used to just like get under my skin. But now I pray for people that don't have money, because that's an open door for me to say, okay, great. Let me show you how to get the money. Let me show you how to be paid to lose XYZ weight. Let me show you how, if I will you. I love that. If I show you how to be paid to lose while losing that 40 pounds, would you be willing to take a look at it? And it's worked. It's worked.
Yeah. So what did you tell me and Rusty today, that you sell anywhere from $50 to $200?
Oh, 50. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I'm a little like upset if I'm on a 50 BV order. I'm just going to be as candid and transparent as I can be. I do a consult, and I've shared it with many teams, and I'll share it here tonight. You know, I don't know if we're on a time limit, but it's relatively quick. And I, you know, most everyone wants to lose weight. Most, not everyone, but most. So,
guys, whoever's not muted, please mute yourself. We're getting a lot of feedback here. If you're not muted, please mute yourself.
Okay. So when it comes to weight loss, Robin, I say, okay, great. You want to lose weight. How much total? and I get a solid target number, how much total weight the person wants to lose. I don't take a range. I don't like vague answers. I'm a very direct person. I'm not huge on color personalities, but I know they do hold some weight. I'm more red than I am anything, and I want a direct number. So like, let's say, for example, they tell me they want to lose 40 pounds. Okay, great. Can you tell me, when was your last cleanse? And almost always, guys, this is through text message, because maybe it's the nurse in me and the training. I need documentation so that I can refer to the exchange. And I'm talking to so many people, I just feel like I communicate faster that way. If it is a person that's uncomfortable texting, I will talk to them verbally, but then I go right back and put everything we discussed in a text. Like, I need things in writing, documented. So I say, when was your last cleanse? They answer. If they say they've never had a cleanse or they seem hesitant to answer, I try my best to put them in a place of comfort and let them know that that's pretty common. Like, it's not really uncommon not to have a cleanse. And I let them know that cleansing is a very integral, vital part of proper weight loss to get the most optimal results. The next question I ask is, are your bowels moving daily? This is a question many people dance around, Robin, and the rest of the team. You know, they're uncomfortable to ask people. We all are moving our waist, guys. We gotta be. People say, "Oh, we'll take or Alonda, you're comfortable asking because you're a nurse." No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. I just know that we go. We all go, and if you're not going every day, it's a problem. People will tell you guys that they don't go because that's not their normal to go every day. They've been going 3 times a week for 20 years. That is not normal. Excuse me. That is not normal. If you eat daily, you should eliminate daily. And I'm very comfortable educating whoever it is I'm communicating with about this. I then ask, can you tell me about your stress level? Why am I asking about stress? Stress, cortisol, weight gain hormone, weight resistant. You're not going to lose weight if you're stressed. So, of course, that's surrounded around confianza. This is part of the upsell. So I asked them, is the stress low, moderate, high, or extreme? And depending on their answer, if it's low, they don't get confianza recommended. If it's anything other than low, I'm recommending confianza at the end. I then ask, when you wake up, are you rested or are you feeling sluggish and needing to push yourself? 90%, maybe 95% of people are sluggish and they need to push themselves. So way back when, or just should I say not really too long ago, that was me building New You or Keto Energy into the upsell. Now that we don't have New You, I'm going to be looking to build in our super reds for the energy piece. I also am now just recently starting to ask, are you feeling any pain? Are you feeling any discomfort? Do you have any swelling going on? Like, are you experiencing headaches? Like, there's about 10 things that I ask in one question, because now I'm looking at just celery to address whatever they may have going on. The main things. Do you have any medical diagnoses? And I let them know, disclosure, I am not looking to cure you. I am not looking to treat. I am not looking to prevent or diagnose, but I am looking to provide you some relief from your symptoms. Some relief from your symptoms. And what do I mean by relief? I'm following a ketogenic lifestyle, and I've been asthma prescription medication free for almost 2 years now because of it. It wasn't keto coffee, but keto coffee supported my transition and maintenance of this lifestyle. So it just all ties together. 9.5 times out of 10, Robin, and guys, it's a 200 BV order. I present what it is that they need. They either purchase 9 times out of 10, they purchase maybe 8 times out of 10. And sometimes they say, do I have to get all of this at once? My comeback to that is, if you want the most optimal results like I've had, and I show them my before and after, it's important to have your own before and after. And then they say, you know what? I'm just going to sacrifice it. Go ahead, Alonda, place the order. Or they say, well, can I get half of it now and half of it in 2 weeks or whatever? And I work with them. But as soon as I hear that there's a money issue, I shift the conversation right to, do you have $99 and can you at least get your cleanse and your coffee? If their bowels are not regular, we need to be putting them on probiotic. I'm a firm believer in probiotic anyway.
Oh, yes.
keep their belly in balance, you know? So learning your products and having your own personal testimony and before and after is huge. It is just huge, huge, huge. Because when you can speak from a place of confidence about your products, and you can also put them in a place of comfort because they know that you trust to take the products. Like, I don't get on a live without some type of product that I am like literally using.
Yeah, I got mine here, my collagen.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking, my collagen. It just makes such a difference. So.
Well, you definitely got to be a product of your product. I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't go out and expect anybody to use or take anything of your products, you know, that you're not using yourself. So
right.
It's very important, you know, to lead by using your own products. And
Absolutely.
if you can't afford them all or don't want to be on them all, then, you know, start with a couple or where you can. But you definitely got to be using your product because it shows. You know, our products are tried and proven. And me and Rusty's been here in 18 years and it works. So our products are tried and proven. But if I didn't use my product, you know, when people look at me talk about it, then I am what sells my product. They look at your action, your personality, and that's what sells your product.
Absolutely.
You definitely got to be a product of your product.
Absolutely.
Alonda, what would you say for everybody? What would you say one of your most favorite products is? Or is it too much to have one favorite? Keto coffee.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yes, I love it too. You look amazing. I mean, I spent the week with her last year at Cindy's Pentecost as a ladies retreat for the week. And I've just seen so much of a difference in her from a year ago to now.
Thank you,
You know, it's showing. I mean, she's so vibrant. She's just bubbling from using these products. And so it definitely shows that she's a product of the product.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, oh, Lord, there's Carissa Fitzpatrick. Look at there. All right. Hey, girl. So, Rusty, I see that you have joined us. Are you still on here? Do you have anything?
East Carolina. He's not in town.
Yeah.
There he is. I know he's
Mike,
going to chime in somewhere.
Yeah, Mike and I we're here. We're riding down the road from where we've been. I'm headed back home in about an hour. Yeah, you know, Alonda, you've been with us a long time. You've come out to be a real trooper. And the passion you have, you know, what I want people to understand, people buy you before they buy your product or your business. And you have that kind of excitement that Alonda and the leaders have in this company. That's how you build a big business.
That's where he is.
Hey, guys, if you're not muted, wait just a minute, Rusty. If you're not muted, please mute yourself. I'm hearing someone feed in.
Robin, just go over to the left side and click mute on everybody. All right, are we done? Are you muted?
Yes. All right, go ahead. Well, now we can't hear you.
You unmute me.
Go ahead, Rusty. Go ahead.
All right. A, B, C. Anyway, people buy you and they'll buy your excitement based off your belief system. And when you're excited about what you got, about the product you're using, about your business, when you're truly, genuinely excited about it, when they buy you, you don't have to worry. You build that relationship and people want what you got because you're genuine. And the excitement that Mikey and I have watched Alonda tonight, but you know, Alonda, you've been with me over 6 years and you stayed right there. You're a trooper. And I remember last summer, you and I getting together over in Florida and you come back and you killed it. And attitude shift in prayer and that type of thing carries you to the next level. But when you're truly, genuinely excited about something and where you're going, you'll start to participate in what you're doing. And most people, you're just hoping something will happen, but you're not willing to participate into it. You have to participate in using the product. You have to participate in the business. You have to do that every day, but you have to be genuinely excited about what you're trying to accomplish. And when people buy that, they have, at that point, you're not just trying to sell them something. At that point, you're adding value to other people. And when you start to add value, that's all people are looking for. Genuinely value that you can add to me. And that is so easy to duplicate when you really start to take care of you. And this morning I told Robin very early, I said, I love me more than I love you. And she just grinned at me, but she knows if I don't take care of me and I don't participate in my own health and I don't participate in the business, I cannot effectively love the girl I've been with for over 40 years. I love me more than I love my kids, to the point that I'm going to participate in taking care of my health because I love them so much. I have to participate, not just talk about it, but I have to participate in making it happen. Not talk about it, but actually show up and get it done. And once you do, you fuel your body with the right stuff, the right tools. This creates a wellness and a lifestyle change. And when you start to go after your wellness, it's not such a diet program, but this is a wellness program. You have everything in this product line to take you from where you are to anywhere you want to be, as long as you start to participate. And the day you start to put a dollar amount on you being well or healthy is the day you'll continually be broke the rest of your life, and the results will reflect in your health. It'll reflect in your conversation. It'll also reflect in your banking account. But the day you make up your mind to participate and getting well, healthy, and helping other people to do the same, is the day everything about you will start to shift, will start to change. You'll start to acquire the wealth in your health, and that'll be a direct reflection in what? In your banking account as well.
All right, let's unmute Alonda here.
So true. I believe everything that you just shared. It's the principles that you shared. I use the analogy of the airplane. You know, when we're flying, they say, if the cabin pressure drops, put your oxygen mask on first before you help anybody else. And that is the first law to land, self-preservation. Like, so many people are pouring from an empty cup, and you will find yourself bone dry. There's nothing to pour, and you're trying to still pour. So I agree with that, Rusty, 1,000%. And for the first time this summer, I had to tell my 19-year-old who pushed me to go to my first rap party. You know, I shared with you and Robin earlier, 6.5 almost years ago. I was invited to the rap party, and I was so excited about it that I was telling everybody. And the morning of, I said, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm not gonna go." And she was so shocked and like slightly disappointed. She's like, "Mom," she was 13 at the time, and she says, "You're not going? Like, you've been telling everybody about this and you're not going?" And I'm like, I'm tired. And then I became negative. And I said, it probably doesn't even work. Now, I've been excited for 2 weeks. Now, all of a sudden, the rap doesn't work. Overweight, broken marriage, feeling like I was just living for then husband and children, my daughter, my stepdaughter. Like, it was a mess. And she said, "I think you should change your mind. But if you don't, let's go to the mall." And I said, $25 on a wrap or $2.50 at the mall with her. I'm going to the rap party. And I jumped up and went to that rap party. It was an angel. I know it was an angel's presence in that room, y'all, came over me. And I raised my hand at the rap party. I was not asked to join this business. This was divinely sent and put on my path. And I asked, how do I get more? And the distributor, who I was not invited there by, I was invited to that party by the distributor's friend who was not a distributor. So it just goes to show you that when God has something for you, it's for you. And I raised my hand and said, Absolutely. How do I get more? And she said, more products? And I said, yes. And she said, to use? I said, and to make money. She jumped, like she was taken aback. And I said, did I say something wrong? And she said, no, you're just very outspoken. But I knew that I could not leave that office building that day without joining. I did not know how much it was. I didn't care. It was just something that came over me. It was not the almost 4 inches that I lost off my waist from my first rat. Because we were measuring back then.
Yeah.
That may have been part of it, but I'm telling you, I just felt that I had to do it, and I did it. And my daughter was hungry. I told her, you're going to wait. I don't care how hungry you are. I had no website name. Most moms would have jumped up and made contact with the distributor later. It was a right now thing. It was a right now thing. And, you know, I'm so glad that I didn't miss one of his many blessings and one of his biggest blessings for me, because through this opportunity, not only have I grown and been able to morph into someone that I didn't even ever know or knew existed. And I still have room to keep going, and I'm going to keep growing. But the lives I've been able to impact, you know, like to have a friend, very close friend, that I was in nursing school with, come to mind as the first person who I wanted in the business with me. You know, my then sponsor, who's no longer here, said, well, who are you going to get to do this with you? And I looked at her and I said, I don't need anybody to do this with me. I'm going to do this myself. Because I was ignorant. I didn't know. And that was my confidence. You know, I was excited and I just wanted in, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get in. So she said, no, sweetheart, you're going to want somebody to you can do it alone, but you don't want to do it alone. And I said, oh, you're telling me I want to get some help? No problem. I could find some help. And someone who is still with me till today, she's 5 years in the business. She's a very strong Ruby on my team, is who I thought of first. You know, like my life changed March 2nd, 2013, and it has changed every day since then, literally. So I have some notes here that are relatively quick, just some tidbits that I wanted to share, if that's okay. Robin, are you there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
So some things I've learned along the way is, and I've been saying this even before it works, but it's more real to me now. Keep an attitude of gratitude. If I can leave people with, you know, some inspiration, because that's what I just love to do, is inspire and encourage and uplift others. Keep an attitude of gratitude. Nothing will beat that. And through the law of attraction, you will attract grateful people who have a great, full, Full heart. You know, getting away from being a complainer, getting away from viewing the negatives as negatives, and learning from them first, and then finding out how it can be better the next time. You know, we learn from these things. Everything we've been through is because of where he's taking us to. If you haven't been through anything and he can't trust you with the smaller things and the disappointments, how is he going to be able to bless you and shower you and give you double portion if you can't handle single portion? I mean, really, like how does that work? Another thing that I've embraced and learned is make your journey more about the mission instead of the commission. Make your journey more about the mission instead of the commission. Stop being so tied to the end result and embrace and marry yourself to the pain of the process, because growth, it is not comfortable. Growth hurts, but the beauty in it is what makes it all worth it. Be the solution to other folks' problems. And you will go a mighty, mighty long way. And being vocal, letting them know, I can help you solve XYZ. I can help you get your hands on X amount of dollars per month. I can help you stop getting utility bill shut-off notices, or whatever it is that you know is going on with that person, if they're open enough to share with you. And building trust. Trust matters. It like faith and trust are like at the top. You know, I've also learned that love will always win. When you love on people and you show people how much you care, they don't care how much you know until they really know how much you care. And loving on them is what is going to make the difference. Loving on them is what's going to keep them near. Genuinely loving on people. Faith, self-belief, and our culture is what's carried me 6.5 years. With God's grace, faith, self-belief, and our culture. This is my first network marketing opportunity. It is my last. I will go to my grave as a networks distributor. Like, I will not look at another opportunity. And let me also tell you all, I've never been offered another opportunity. You know, let's be real. People leave this all the time. People are jumping all around and they're doing different things and they think the grass is greener on the other side. Not once has anyone left this organization and reached back for me, because they know they know that I'm loyal. And when you project loyalty and you project that you're a no nonsense type person, they're going to skip over you and not bring that negative energy to you or to your business. So faith, self-belief, and our culture, our It Works culture, our family knit culture is what has carried me, with God's grace. Never once have I ever thought of quitting. Not many can say that. I pride myself on that. I have never once said, maybe I'm not going to make diamond. Maybe I'm not going to get back the 3 distributors that I lost. Maybe I'm not one time. Because when you put that out into the atmosphere, it just grows. It's almost like throwing fertilizer on it. It just grows, or like throwing gas on a fire. It just explodes. I will not quit. And I think more of us need to embrace that. We've quit. I posted on my personal Facebook the other day. You've quit on yourself so many times that it's become your normal. And that is the problem. Like, you cannot quit. You can pause, you can trip, you can scrape your knees, but you need to get up and rub them off and continue running with whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be your It Works business or whatever. Journaling is huge. Self-development is huge. Attending events is huge. Living by and for your purpose that God created you for is huge. He created each of us in his own image, and we need to not only know and understand, but embrace and respect that and be reminded of it. You are perfect in God's image, so you don't need to be perfect in anyone else's. You don't need validation from anyone else. He created you for a reason. Find out what that purpose and reason is and run with it. Mine is inspiration and encouragement of self and the masses around me. Above all, praying and believing that God is exactly who he says he is what is required in order to reach a level of significance in our industry. Leave others better than you found them. That's something that my grandmother raised me on. She said, if you cannot, like Rusty always says, if you cannot add value to someone else, then you should have no contact with them. Leave people better than you found them. However they were when you found them, they should be better, in a better position. Mind, body, spirit, they should be better when you leave. Decide. Each of us has decided to join, because we're all here. And if you're a guest listening and you haven't decided, decide. And then decide what you want out of this blessing. We need to understand that this is not just an opportunity, it's a blessed opportunity. This is a blessing. Become unstoppable, and along the way, become unbreakable. It's unstoppable, it's unshakable, and then it's unbreakable. Decide, and decide daily. A decision, especially in this, is not something that you decide on once. You decide every day that you're going to give it your best. You're going to be better today than you were yesterday. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you see in the mirror. Comparison robs us of our joy. It robs us of advancement. It is a distraction. It is a work of the devil. Please, please, please compare yourself to yourself. And it's a repeat decision. Another piece of advice is tell your story. Be so passionate about every single piece of your story, even the gloomy parts, even the parts that don't look so good, because those are the parts that the person you're telling it to is going to be able to identify with. Not many people can identify with the highs of the highs and the mountaintops. They're identifying with the valleys and with the struggles. And with the bad credit and with the overdue bills and with the broken marriage, I have no problem saying that I am an outcome or result of a marriage that did not work. And man, how much I have grown since then. Like, it's my story. My team comes to me, different members of my team volume, my immediate It Works family, and they're belly aching about something. I listen, and then I say, but sometimes before I can say it, I'm silent. And they'll say, Tate, or they'll say, Lon, and I'm like, yes. Let's say, I already know what you're going to say. It's a part of my story, right? Right. It's a part of your story. Like, you already knew that. So I'm just a listening ear or someone that you can vent to. But I want you to know you need to be passionate about who you were before it works. You need to and share it. You need to be passionate about who you are now. And you need to be super passionate about and speaking from conviction about who you are determined to develop into as a person, not a business owner, as a person. We have to fix the inside before it shows on the outside. Whatever's going on the inside, when you become bigger on the outside than you are on the inside, you're upside down. You got to fix inside first and take a look at self. When things aren't right, don't point the finger. The human default is to point the finger. Get in the mirror. Put your hands down to your side. Don't point the finger at anybody else. Get in the mirror and say, how can I change this situation? Embrace, and not only understand, but embrace that this is a process. Do not tie yourself to the end. Marry the process. And understand, the more you love the process, the closer you're going to advance to where you're destined to. Each of us have a story and each of us have a destiny. And God is in control. We're not. But we cannot give things to him and then worry. We have to give it to him and then work. Mm-hmm. There's no room for both. Worrying and giving it to him and saying that you trust him with it can't coexist. We have to give it to him, pray, and then go to work. Success takes time, energy, and effort. If you meet those demands, you will meet success. And then your responsibility is to elevate from success to significance. The end result really is not success. It's significance. Being significant and influential and positive and a source of inspiration for thousands and an uncounted number of people. Stay plugged in. I just recently learned this next one. Stay plugged in. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? And if that answer is financial freedom, why do I want financial freedom? And if financial freedom is to build a legacy and to show my child, why do you want to build a legacy and show your child? So that she will not have to work for anyone else and be on someone else's time and be asking for time off that God blessed her with every day. Whatever the answer is, the next question should be why. And when you go through this exercise and you get deeper and deeper, that's when the emotions bubble to the top and you can really find out more about who you are and who your team is. Decide to never go backwards. Anchor it in your heart, and that is what will keep you trying. Anchor it in your heart that you're worthy. Anchor it in your heart that no matter what God has for you, no man can change. Write your worthiness all around the house. Write it on mirrors. Take an inexpensive lipstick and write it on the refrigerator. Write it on papers. Write it wherever you have to write it. I am worthy. Start your day with positive affirmations and tell others what you're dreaming of without holding back. You know, when you talk to others about your dreams, they should look at you like you're absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. They should look at you like, and if it's family and they're close enough and comfortable enough, they should say, you are crazy. Because that's what my family tells me. They say, you are nuts. I said, you're right. And I'm going to show you. You are right. I am absolutely crazy. And I'm going to show you just how crazy I am.
Yeah.
If they don't give you that funny look and your heart doesn't race like beating out of your chest like mine is right now, then the dream and the excitement is not big enough. And finally, your dream won't change your life, but your courage to pursue it will. Your courage to pursue it. And the work will.
Wow.
So I want to show you guys this. Mom Melody, which you guys know is Melody McFarlane, my ambassador, gifted me this at Christmas 2018.
Oh, beautiful.
It is this was like a physical thing, you know, tangible that I could hold and look at and pray over. And, you know, I keep it right next to my bed. in 3 months, less than 3 months after she handed me this, I went diamond. So.
A huge diamond too.
Yeah.
Not average, girl. You're not average at all. No, huge.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
Thank you, thank you. And you know, Robin, I even have met and currently I'm meeting some struggle. You know, every team and every leader. I just told my team earlier, I said, listen, I am a leader of a diamond team, but I have not yet grown to a leader fully of a double diamond team. I need to do some self. I need to build some self. I need to work on self so that I can be double diamond leader, triple diamond VIP leader. I've led till now, and I've been, you know, I've struggled with delegation. I've struggled from stepping back and pushing my team to do now within like the last week. Oh, they are running the show. And I am down back to what I know works. Self-development, prayer, affirmations, inboxing, host the posting. I'm more hands-off. I'm there, but I'm on the outside. I'm allowing my leaders and encouraging my leaders and pushing my leaders to lead and grow those who, you know, they've signed, they sponsor and love on their people and host their own Zooms and who's teaching super reds and who's teaching super greens, because I'm not doing it. I'm going to educate myself, and I want you all to educate each other. So, and it's been really, really good from a place of morale, from a place of confidence, from a place of team oneness, you know, togetherness. It's been really good.
Yeah. So. Well, gosh, guys, there you have it. I mean, I don't know what to say after all of that, girl. What an amazing story.
Thank you so much.
I mean, and it's just, you're shining so bright and you've changed so much since I've seen you last year. I mean, I just can't say that enough. I mean, the sparkle is there. And, you know, this company, like you said, is the right foundation. And so, I mean, you heard it from Alonda Tate, it's the right foundation. So you just got to look in that mirror, buckle down, look at yourself and tell yourself, you know, you're going to do this. You can do this. You are worthy of this company. And so you guys can do it. And you've heard it from one of the best tonight, Alonda Tate. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much, Robin.
I really, and I can't wait to see you.
I love you too. I'll see you at Green Carpet.
I know. We'll see each other at Green Carpet right on Anna Marie Island. So who's going to join us? Who are we going to see at this event with us next month?
Well, Team Via will be there representing, believe me.
Absolutely.
And then I'll see you here in Jersey soon, right?
Yes.
Good.
All right, guys. So there you have it. So I love you all. We're here for you. Reach out to us. We're reaching out to you, and you reach out to us, and we're here to help. So let's do this thing. It's your time.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and Rusty. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't even get off of here.